from New York City, it's Wendy Williams. Today, the TLC movie was a hit, but not everyone's happy about it. Harry Pebbles Reed gives her side of the story in an exclusive tell-all interview. Plus, Dr. Ian Smith is here sharing tips about finding love online. And all the latest juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching. Say hello to my co-host, my fabulous studio audience. You guys look great. So, how you doing? I'm doing terrific. We've prepared a great show. Joan Rivers is lashing out at an Oscar-winning actress. Kenya Moore from The Real Housewives of Atlanta is calling out her castmate. And Lady Gaga is throwing shade right back to Madonna. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. Great. I'm excited to be here too. Have a seat, everybody. Relax. So, is everybody excited for the holiday season? I mean, I am. I've already hatched my plans for Thanksgiving. You know, I don't know how to make a full turkey. I'm not gonna even try. It's just gonna be me and Kevin, and that's it. The guys would be fine with an oven stuffer and ribs, you know, just as long as it's good food. But I kind of felt guilty because the essence of turkey won't be there because I don't know how to make a turkey. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up a bunch of turkey wings. That's turkey. Put them in the crock pot like 3 o'clock in the morning. By 12 o'clock, that tough skin will be good. It'll be time to eat. But yeah, turkey wings. So, and I'm also having not just Thanksgiving at home with my guys, but I wanna have Thanksgiving with you. Well, you know, you can enter our Thanksgiving with Wendy Watch and Win sweepstakes. You and a friend will, if you win, will be flown to New York. You'll have a special VIP seats here at the Wendy Show, and we're gonna have a special meal together. Now, let me tell you about this meal. We're not having cranberry sauce, we're not having stuffing, and we're not having some dried up turkey. I've picked out the restaurant where I wanna take you. And let's just say, because on account of you know I love to eat, how does barbecue sound? And when you're my guest at dinner, you can eat the way I do. You talk with your mouth full, you lick your fingers, enjoy your food. And at the restaurant that I'm taking you, they have this drink that I want to share with you. If you drink alcohol. You do? Have you ever had a Moscow Mule? No. Vodka, ginger beer, and lime. That's all I'm gonna say. So watch for the word of the day during the show and then log onto my Facebook page, like it, and enter today's word for your chance to win, and we'll have that meal and drink together here in New York. Okay, so Lady Gaga is making a little bit of news because for about 2 years, Madonna has been throwing back-to-back shade at Gaga, you know, just back-to-back. You know, she's trying to take my style, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Well, she went on the Howard Stern show, and she's, you know, in the middle of promoting her her album and a tour and, you know, whatever she's promoting. But the point is that she went on Howard. She said she was tired of, you know, doing, you know, these press junkets, you know, talking to people. She just wanted one intense interview. Howard held her for 2 hours, and it was good. Okay, one of the things she did was get at Madonna, and bloop. Just take a listen, and you might agree with me.
I think she's more aggravated that I'm not upset that she doesn't like me.
Right.
Because I don't care that she doesn't like me.
It doesn't get to you.
No, I don't care. You know, there's always this pissing match. You know, should she take her torch? You know, and is she the new her? And is she going to outlast her, or not? And it's like there's this thing with some people that I'm a threat to the throne, and I don't want your throne.
Now that was a read, Madonna. See, I'm Team Madonna because that was my era. I mean, I like Gaga, but if I had to choose, I like Madonna better. But in that particular fight, I think that Gaga won. And Madonna, stop arguing with these girls who are under you. Not under because they're beneath you, but under you like they've come along after you. You're the original. Originals never bite back. All right, let's move on. So, the Real Housewife of Atlanta star Kenya Moore is weighing in on Portia and Cordell's messy divorce. And Kenya is actually defending Cordell on the alleged gay rumors. On the show, Portia told her lawyer, do you remember when she was in the lawyer's office? And this is after the violation of divorce was, and the lawyer asked her to make a list of things that she needs from Cordell, and then the girl, Portia said, if he does these things, then I'll go back with him. So, and in my Hot Topics meeting, people were saying, well, what about the gay thing? And I was like, there's plenty of women who are married to gay men and know it. And tolerate it. You know, it might not be your taste, but some women, that's their thing, allegedly, if he's gay. But this is what Kenya said. She says, a thinking person with a brain would ask the question if the main problem is that he is possibly gay, why would you want him back? I don't think Portia is telling the whole truth. Well, I do, but I think that Portia has got to smarten up, like we talked about the other day. And like half the people on my Facebook page were mad at me because I said that she was less than smart, but I thought that Portia understood what I was saying. I like Portia a lot, but Portia's got a lot of growing up to do. And regarding this, if the man is allegedly gay, or if you are allegedly married to a gay man, I mean, that's your choice. Kenya, sit down. So now Joan Rivers is lashing out at Jennifer Lawrence. And so it's time for Celebrity Fight. Hit it. Okay, the actress Jennifer Lawrence, she recently said that shows like Fashion Police, which Joan is the host, promote superficiality and body shaming. Yeah, but that's fun. Sorry. I mean, do you watch Fashion Police? Yeah. Do you cringe when you watch it? Like, oh my gosh, watch it? Yeah. But Joan didn't appreciate Jennifer's attack, so here's what Joan says, and it's long. She says, it's funny how Jennifer Lawrence loved Fashion Police during award season when we were complimenting her on every single week. But now that she has a movie to promote, suddenly we're picking on all those poor, helpless actors. Wait, it just dawned on me why Jennifer Lawrence fell on her way up the stage to get her Oscar. She tripped over her own arrogance. Listen. Jennifer Lawrence and many people might not like it. Unfortunately, the way of society is that shows like Fashion Police, reality shows, heck, hot Topics here, it is the wave of what people, you, the public, like to consume. You know, and I love the Fashion Police, but even meaner than the Fashion Police, the Fashion Queens. Have you ever watched that show? Yes. Mean. Let's move along. Hey, Queens and girl. Okay, did you watch The Biggest Loser last night? Yes. Well, then you know that Ruben's back. Ruben was eliminated from the show last week, and they're saying now, thanks to a technical glitch, he's returning. I think that just means they knew they made a mistake by getting rid of Ruben. You know, that he deserved, you know, the tough love and to stay. And he's the only celebrity on there, and he's likable, and he is a reason to watch the show. But take a look at how it all went down.
Last week, Jillian broke the rules and gave caffeine supplements to each member of her team without the doctor's permission. Because of this rules violation, Jillian has been penalized, and the white team will receive a 4-pound disadvantage on the scale tonight. And the eliminated player will return to the ranch tonight. So that means red team Ruben is back in this game.
When she was delivering that news last night, I really didn't understand a bit of her jargon. All I heard is that Ruben returns, which is great. You know, he's returning to the show. He started out at 462 pounds. I saw him over the weekend. I told you that I hosted the red carpet for the Soul Train Music Awards. The awards air on December 1st. And I spoke directly to Ruben. I said to him, and I said through the TV, you know, why don't you plan on getting one of those operations? The sleeve, the band, the lap, the something or another. I mean, really, it's not just a health thing, but it's also a thing. If he's tried to lose weight so many times and it's been successful, then he gains it back, then why not just get the band? He certainly is large enough, right? And you can't even see the rest of him, but all back here, there's, like, his suit jacket was pulling. Anyway, I loved seeing Ruben. We always have such a great relationship when we see one another. He understood what I was saying, and Ruben returns to The Biggest Loser Tuesday. Why didn't you tell me this, Ruben, when you saw me over the weekend? Oh, I think he did say I do have an announcement to make, but I can't make it here, not now. Anyway, he returns to The Biggest Loser Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on NBC. Congratulations, Ruben. Have you heard about what happened to Zac Efron? Okay, well, it's tragic and suspicious all at the same time. I'll tell you the story. Look, he's saying, Zac is 25, and I still think he'd be the best Christian Grey ever, but whatever. I'm gonna stop beating that horse. Reportedly, Zac slipped on a puddle of water in his home and broke his jaw, and his jaw now has to be wired shut. He also reportedly, I don't mean to laugh, he also reportedly suffered a gash that required stitches. Now, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying he's reportedly been to rehab twice this year. And my question would be, was alcohol involved? Who has puddles in their house? I mean, except for our house for about a year. Because I was too cheap to get rid of our refrigerator, and the ice maker broke, so every time that we wanted ice, I'd have to go up to the 7-Eleven and buy a bag of ice and sit it in the, oh, it was ghetto in our house for a while. And so when the ice maker broke, my after-show family, you know this, because you know I was grappling with what kind of refrigerator am I gonna get, and when am I gonna get it, and the towels in front, it was really hood. So we at one point did have a puddle of water for a whole year. But Zac, sounds suspicious. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's move along and talk about Simon Cowell. Yeah. Well, we haven't talked about Simon and his pending fatherhood in a long time. You know, he's 54 years old, and he says that he's not gonna let the new baby change his lifestyle. Now, he told a lie that he doesn't intend on keeping, and that is, he said he's quit smoking, but he said, I'm not quitting smoking for a baby. You have to love Simon, though. I mean, he's not your friend. He's not your man. He's a person on TV that we know, and he is so entertaining to me. Yeah. And easy on the eyes, I might add. Here's what he says about becoming a father. There are a lot of boring things that happen when you have a baby. You have to get rid of sharp edges, cigarettes, alcohol. Then there's baby-proofing the toilet. But I'll have a smoking room. Listen, in the airport, have you ever walked past that smoking room and seen people like desperately smoking? It's all full of smoke and everything. Well, I wonder if he's going to change diapers. Did you baby-proof? Now everybody's embarrassed. I didn't baby-proof. And I'll tell you why. I mean, all right, I'm out of the closet with this. We didn't put any, because, after all the miscarriages and then on bed rest for 9 months and then gaining 103 pounds and finally getting the goober home and saying, now what am I gonna do? I didn't have time to think about baby-proofing anything, I did not baby-proof. They didn't baby-proof in the 50s, and we're fine, I think, aren't we? I didn't baby-proof. The Windex stayed down here, the Clorox stayed down here, the lights covers stayed uncovered, and that was the way it was. That's all. But I think for Simon, he will give it 6 months before he lets that baby's mother, Lauren, know exactly how he feels, because I don't think that he's going to stay with her either. Why would he? This is a woman who was married with a child, who was unfaithful to her husband with Simon. The husband found out by seeing Simon in their own master bedroom at the marital house. Yes. Yes! This is what I'm saying. It was a piece of disgustingness, ladies. Yeah. It was disgusting. The man comes home after a hard day at work, and there's Simon prancing around his bedroom. Really? And the man is not even the man. The man was Simon's friend. Like a friend, like they'd go on exotic vacations. A friend, not like friend in the loose term. And the woman, I blame even more than Simon on account of men can be less than smart, a lot. But she's the one who had the most to lose. I mean, losing a friend is no big deal. We do it all the time. But losing your family, like now your son has to know the legacy of where his little sibling comes from a cheatation in the master bedroom on daddy? Mommy, what kind of woman are you? I'm breaking it down good though, right? Think about this. I wouldn't stay with her. I mean, I'd play along with it because, you know, having a baby is such a condition. You don't want to make her agitated and you want her to deliver a healthy baby. But within 6 months, I would tell her exactly where to go and send the child's, you know, the baby checks also. Now, hopefully Simon will be a hands-on father, but you can't count on much in terms of good behavior from Simon because, like I said, he's the same guy prancing around the master bedroom of his friend's house. It's just a nasty story. I love it. Okay, so now it's time for the inside scoop. Hit it! Hey, hi, Thea.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, Thea.
Hi, how are you, lady?
I'm glad that you're here. Everybody here with the juicy celebrity stories from OMG Insider. Say hello to Thea Andrews. It's nice to have you here.
So fun to be here. What a great audience you have.
Thank you. Let's talk Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington.
Okay.
Well, there's a little bit of a scandal going on because people are not happy with the cover of Lucky magazine featuring Kerry Washington. Take a look at this, you guys.
It looks like Angela Bassett or somebody else.
I mean, listen, she looks gorgeous because she's Kerry Washington and she's always gorgeous. But what people are saying is that she's totally unrecognizable. Here's what they're complaining about. They're saying her eyes look small. They're saying her cheeks look flattened. They're saying what's going on with the whiteness around the nose. Is that powder? Is that a Photoshop that they made her skin look lighter? They're complaining about the hair. They think it's too straight. They think the lights made her hair look gray. I mean, there's not much that anybody likes about this picture.
Well, let me ask the studio audience, does this look like Kerry Washington to you?
Doesn't look like
No.
her.
Clap
right?
if you think it does look like her.
Right?
Not one
Not
person?
one person.
Gee.
And listen, what I'm most upset about is that outfit they put her in. It looks like my grandmother's kitchen table doily. It's actually Christian Dior Resort Collection 2014.
Well, even big designers make mistakes.
Right, and then to compound the mistake, they put that red scarf around the neck. So listen, here's the good news about this. If the biggest scandal in your life is that you don't look absolutely your most perfect self
I know,
on the cover of a magazine,
she's got a good life.
Right?
Now, has she answered this on social media?
You know what? She tweeted a link to it, and she said, "Woohoo!" which means she's excited about it.
She's excited. Well, she's
You know,
she's on a few magazine covers now, but she looks like herself on the cover of People, and she looks like herself on the cover of Essence magazine.
Yeah, this is
Let's
how Kerry
compare them.
Washington should look.
That's Kerry Washington.
Yeah, listen, we all know she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Lucky magazine cover.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And
Hey, Kerry.
very sweet and kind. She's got a lot of good things going on in her life right now. She's about to have a baby.
Yeah.
She's got married. She's wonderful.
So now let's talk Jennifer Lawrence and Miley Cyrus. How old is Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence is 23.
Okay.
Miley Cyrus, I think, just turned 20. So Jennifer Lawrence was asked by the BBC about young women in Hollywood like Miley Cyrus and them being overly sexualized by Hollywood, turned into sex objects. And she was asked if she worries about this. And this is what she said. She said, "I don't really worry about it. It's just kind of a part of this world. It's a part of the entertainment industry that sells, sex sells, and for some disgusting reason, young sex sells even more."
Yeah.
Right. Now, people making a big deal about this, saying, "Oh, is there going to be a war? Is there going to be a feud now?"
No,
between...
only if Miley barks back, but hopefully she won't.
So far, she hasn't said
Jennifer's
anything.
allowed to have her opinion. She doesn't. I mean, you have to have the yin and the yang.
Right.
You know, Miley is the tardy. She's the party girl. If you choose to follow her, you choose to follow her.
Right.
Jennifer is, I guess, the less tardy and party girl. Although she is setting herself up now to be on Hot Topics Watch to see if we can catch her doing something sloppy.
Yeah, I don't think so. But you know what? So the reason that people love her, except maybe Joan Rivers, as we just learned, is that she is so just authentic. She's sweet. She's kind.
Lost her Oscar. She doesn't care. We talked about it yesterday.
You know, she doesn't have that filter on. You see the real her.
Yeah.
And you see, I mean, we just saw her in London. Did you see her out at the premiere? And she stepped. Did you guys see that? That she opened the barricade to go and hug that girl in the wheelchair who was crying.
Was nice.
Who was so excited.
That was nice.
I mean, she just is such a
like
kind
her.
person. And I think what's interesting about this is you see these two women. Miley's on stage at an award show, lighting up a joint and saying, you know, I don't give a whatever.
But here's the
And
thing,
then-
though. They do have a relationship because Jennifer and Miley's ex, Liam Hemsworth, co-star in The Hunger Games.
Right. So there's a little bit of a link there. You wonder if maybe they've met or if they know each other.
No, the body language is saying he's not into her and she's not into him. Is he single?
Oh, no, not that these two, but I'm saying maybe she met Miley while Miley was dating. They've been filming, you know, people come, they visit their
How's Liam's love life doing now that he's not with Miley?
Supposedly he's single. Yay!
Is he?
Nothing like a single Hemsworth brother on the market. Now, he actually was asked recently about Miley, and he said that he was extremely happy for her. I think he's extremely happy that he's not with her.
Yeah. No, well, he looked better when he was with her, because this man right here looked a lot hotter than that picture from before.
She looked better when she was with him. But, you know, it's since then that all the kind of the pasties and the
everything spiraled out.
Right, that's all kind of
Well,
starting to fall
thank you
apart.
for that report.
Thank you.
It's Thea Andrews, everybody, from OMG Insider. And be sure to check out OMG Insider on yahoo.com. Up next, don't miss our exclusive sit-down with Pebbles. She's here next. Welcome back. Our next guest is the creator of the most successful girl group in music history. I'm talking about TLC. For over 20 years, she's been accused of cheating them out of millions of dollars, and she's finally ready to tell her story. So she's giving us the exclusive. Please welcome to our show, the one and only Pebbles. You look good. Nice to meet you. Oh, I like your shoes. Let's give you some shoe cam before we get started. Here, keep them right there. Cute. Here, you got a little bit of lipstick on your teeth.
I figured I did.
Yeah, there you go.
And hair in my eyes.
And hair in your eyes. You
Yeah.
look good, though. So this is our first time meeting. Thank you so much for coming here and telling your story.
Thanks for having me.
You've been blamed for more than 20 years for cheating TLC out of millions of dollars.
Right.
And it was depicted in the movie that we all saw on VH1. How come you never came out and talked about this and defended yourself years ago?
It's a lot to it. I can only tell certain things because they're confidentiality agreements. There's all sorts of stuff happening. I was a mom, a lot happening.
Yeah, but you were being accused of cheating them out of millions. So if you didn't do it, or if that was a half-truth.
It was a complete lie.
Yeah.
But once again, their confidentiality, you went through a bankruptcy, all this stuff was actually settled in that case, and people saw things, but it was sealed.
So you couldn't talk about it?
No.
And so, but you can talk about it now?
Well, I'm talking about it now to a point. I can't say certain things.
Yes.
Because of the confidentiality. That's what it's there for. Just ask me the question, did I?
Did you steal millions of dollars
Hell
from them?
no.
Okay. And this, of course, is all in reaction to the TLC movie. You didn't like the way you were portrayed in the movie. Did you ever let the girls see their contracts?
Absolutely. They had to get them negotiated.
But you had your people do the negotiating for them?
No. This is one of the biggest bogus lies that I saw in the movie. It was laughable, some of the stuff. It was just so over the top.
Even the behind the music, though, on VH1. Remember
All of it is bad.
Uh-huh.
20 years later, you know, throughout the years, by the time I was strong again, I was heartbroken. Throughout the years, by the time I was like, okay, I want to say something, it's too late. It's like, it's been done for so long.
Yeah.
But now you did this movie, and you took your lives to another level. So now I have to say something.
And you're suing them.
I have it all on the table. All options are open. Not just for, it's not really about the girls, if you really want to know the truth. Other than they are the messengers. You keep saying something that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not okay. But VH1, you are helping promote an untruth.
But it was a good movie.
Honey, no, but look.
It was juicy.
How would you feel if you were being portrayed as something you're not?
I would be very upset.
And you're not being portrayed as who you are, a visionary.
Yes.
I'm not an assistant, you know, just here looking around getting a hairdo done and some nail polish. I'm a visionary.
Oh, yeah.
The bottom line is you had your own attorneys. The only thing I did was get a referral for you because nobody knows you.
So the attorneys that you referred them to negotiate their contracts were
That's
people
it.
that you knew all along?
No. I did not know them.
Okay.
20 years ago, we're in Atlanta. Oh, it's a reputable firm. So T-Boz is a shampoo girl. Are they going to pick up her call at that point in her life to say, I want to negotiate a contract? No, it has to be based on reputation. I'm saying, would you please, I have a group that I want to sign, but they need representation.
Yes.
Please take the meeting. If it works out, cool.
In the movie, we saw that they were being paid $25 a week, and when they went platinum, they got RAV4s. Is that true? I'm just asking.
Look at my boot that I got for you, Wendy. I don't do $25 on things. I'm a very generous person.
Oh.
That's a lie.
Oh.
A huge one. In terms of the RAV4, if that's what you asked for, if that's what you wanted, fine. I'm not a manager.
Oh, that's what they wanted?
Yes.
Oh, so
selected their
they
own
were
vehicles.
simple in their wants.
Listen, I'm not, you don't have Ferrari money. Why get you one? You haven't made that. You just came out. You're a new group.
But they went platinum. They were touring.
I went platinum too. No. First artist, first new artist contracts. You do promotional tours. You do opening act tour. That's not Ferrari money, honey. We just got here. You only had a couple singles out.
Did the girls ever see millions of dollars individually?
Yes. But I can't talk about people's money. I just know
Did
that
they
it's the
spend
truth.
foolishly? Did you see them spending like drunken?
That's their business.
Okay.
I don't do that. That's why we have conservative vehicles until you can afford what you're supposed to have.
Did you kick Chili out of the group?
Absolutely not. T-Boz and Left Eye did. And
What?
let me tell you something. And I love my left eye.
But tell
And our
the
family.
story. Why did they
T-Boz
want
and
her
Left-
kicked out of the group?
Because of what they said was happening in the studio. I did all of my stuff, and I only came into the studio when I was producing vocals, because I produce as well.
Okay.
But I'm over here co-directing videos, writing. I wrote Baby, Baby, Baby video. I'm over here doing the whole marketing campaign.
In the movie, we all saw that Chili had it bad for Dallas Austin and subsequently had a baby with him. Is that the conflict of interest that the other two girls didn't like, so they wanted her out of the group?
That's the conflict of interest. This is what they said to me. She's in here doing this and doing that. They have group rules. I sat down with them early on and said, establish how you want to be a unit so you can keep your communication together. Make rules.
Okay.
Don't cross these rules. This
Okay.
is, you got 3 girls, you got to keep them together.
And so there was no fraternizing with the help, so
That's
to
what you're
speak.
supposed to not do.
That's what you're
when
supposed
you're
to
doing.
do.
You know, everybody's going to gravitate. Hell, I married my producer. That was love. But understand what I'm saying.
L.A. Reid, everybody.
Yes. But understand what I'm saying. Let's do a shade moment. Okay, anyway. But my point to you is this.
So wait, the two girls wanted Chili out of the group
Period.
because Chili was
Hands
fraternizing with the help.
They did not like it. They did not want it.
This is my first time hearing this
And
because
it is the
I
truth.
always heard that Chili was kicked out of group because she slept with L.A. Reid. And we're gonna talk.
Well-
Wait, hold on. Can we take a break and we'll be back with more of that? Did you tell me we have to take a break? We'll be back with more of that. Ashley, her 30-year-old daughter, is in the audience, and we're gonna talk. So keep it here. Well, the rest of the tea is that we're back with Pebbles, by the way. Her daughter Ashley is in the studio audience. Hi, Ashley.
Hi,
But before we get to did Chili sleep with your ex-husband, Pebbles was just telling me through the commercial break that VH1 sent her a telegram or some sort of notification yesterday saying that the story that you saw on VH1
that they said was a true story.
is not a true story.
No.
But all of a sudden they said that this is not a true story. I guess that would be to avoid a possible lawsuit from you?
Right.
Or
It's
something.
not going to avoid anything.
Yeah.
All options are on the table.
Yes.
Because you said it was a true story. You told the public this.
Yes.
And you made hate
too late.
campaigns start against me.
Wow.
And now all of a sudden in your fine print, you're going to say some of it's made up.
Okay. Did Chili from TLC, when I was on the radio, the way I got the story, Ashley, Pebbles, when I was on the radio, the way the story was, you walked in on your husband and Chili doing the horizontal mambo on a desk.
Let me explain something to you. I would have caught a case had I seen something like that, probably back then.
Oh.
That didn't happen.
Okay.
That didn't happen.
Do you believe that Chili was sleeping with L.A. Reid, your husband, behind your back?
Absolutely.
Was it?
I didn't know. I suspected a couple of things, but I didn't want to believe that. And for years, I didn't want to believe that because I felt like they were daughters to me.
After you departed management from them, though, they stuck with L.A. Was that during the time of the affair?
I'm sure. Plus, they took them through a legal maneuver. I can't go through the food chain. I'm the woman down here, visionary with the girls, but you have Clive Davis, L.A. Reid, you have Arista and BMG. That's where the money went, everybody.
Why do you believe it is true that L.A. and Chili did their thing?
I cannot tell you that, but I am going to write my book and put it in there. But believe me when I say, I saw a couple of things,
Did Left
but
Eye
I know more
and
than that.
T-Boz know that Chili was doing this?
I believe so.
Your daughter Ashley got on social media on your radio show and said the most vile thing, Ashley, for a 30-year-old young lady, that the next time you see Chili, you're gonna punch her head in the concrete.
Oh, wait, if I'm 30, I'm not allowed to be passionate?
Well, no, were you mad at your daughter for that?
Heck yeah. For the beatdown piece.
Yeah,
yes.
the beatdown
Yes.
part.
We don't do the beatdown.
Yeah.
We don't do beatdowns.
Now,
No, we don't do that.
was this a full-blown affair or just...
Child, you're going to have to ask them.
Okay.
All I know is what it produced.
Did Chili, according to you, besides Dallas Austin, the producer, and according to you, your husband, was this her modus operandus in the group? Is this...
I would rather spend my time talking about something else.
Okay, well, let's talk about the letters TLC. We were told by the girls when they came here to promote the movie that they had to buy back the name of their group for $1 million a letter from you.
Confidentiality agreement, that is not a...
Damn.
No, I know. But no, listen, you guys, that's called a soundbite they came up with.
Yeah.
So in that, you cannot state what happened, ballpark, not how it went down. It's not based on letters, and it was my name, not theirs. I created that name. Let me say this, if I can. I had a vision, everyone, to create a huge female
But look,
group.
they're working on an album right now. Are they
Right.
going to be able to call themselves TLC?
It's their name.
Okay, that's their...
Yeah.
That's
Because
their-
once you settle and you make an agreement, that's their name.
Okay.
They didn't come up with it.
Did money have to exchange hands for you to...
Money had to exchange hands for them to finally go their way to have another deal elsewhere because they couldn't take my group. Let me say this.
Oh, I hate the music business.
Me too, and a lot of the business of the music business is a mess. But let me say this. You see the painted clothes? These are my visions. I came up with all those ideas.
Is anything about the movie true?
I wore Chanel bags, yes.
You wore Chanel bags. Oh.
I wore Chanel bags, and
Is-
I had 9 pages of notes. That's all I can tell you.
Doug is wrapping me up. Is there anything else that you would like to say before we say goodbye?
The supposed true story is not true. And VH1 will be hearing from me. I would like to be okay with everyone here, but it's not okay. No, sir.
And on that note, thank you for stopping by. This is Perry Pebbles Reed. Up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Keep it here. Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How can I help?
My name is Jessica. I have a 7-year-old son, and he never wants to go outside. He only wants to stay inside and play video games all day long, all weekend long.
Uh-oh.
How do I get him to put down the controller and go outside and play with his friends?
Make him. Yeah.
I try. It's like pulling teeth, kicking and screaming outside.
Well, go outside. Does he have a group of friends to play with outside?
He does.
So tell him he's got to go. I mean, be a mom.
I'm gonna force it. All right.
Yeah, force it.
I'm gonna do it. Kick him out.
Sure, that's
right.
what moms do. Kick him
Okay.
out and make him go play and tell him that if he doesn't go outside to play for 3 hours, then he's not going to be allowed to play video games once he comes in.
Perfect.
And then limit his time with the video games, an
Yeah.
hour
Yeah.
or something.
Okay.
5 days a week, not 7. or
Perfect. Thank
something.
you.
You're very welcome, Jessica. Up next, everybody, Dr. Ian Smith is here, and he's going to share some online dating tips. Don't go away. Hi, welcome back. I get asked a lot of dating questions during my Ask Wendy segment, and even though I've never tried it before, I think that online dating is a definite option for single people. So here with some online dating tips is the author of The Truth About Men. Say hello to our friend, Dr. Ian Smith.
Hey, Wendy.
I love that you love online dating. What are the benefits to online dating?
Well, it's interesting. People will say right away that, you always say this too, by the way, you got to cache your fishing pole in many ponds, right? The beauty of online dating is it makes the world so much smaller. There were the days where you used to go out to a bar and try to find that right person, end up empty at the end of the night. Now it's all online, so I love that. The second thing is the rejection part of it. There's nothing worse. A guy told me the story how he had this date, went into the bar, the woman sitting there, he didn't even sit down. She was like, "You're too big for me," got up and walked away.
Wow.
Right, this cop down in San Antonio I'm working with. But the key is this. It's a way to avoid that rejection and not be so embarrassed.
Lots of sites are out there. Which one do you recommend?
Well, Zeus.com is the site I work with. I wrote The Truth About Men, and I started... Zeus.com. I started working with them because they got 25 million single users. Oh. They're the #1 dating app on iPhone. Mm-hmm. And they have this great technology. It's called behavioral dating, which is basically, you don't fill out quizzes, because most people are dishonest on the quizzes, right? They don't even tell the truth on the quizzes. But they track, like Amazon and Netflix, they track where you click. So they'll populate your selections based on where you are. It's smarter thinking, and I just love the way they do it.
Interesting.
Right?
What are some tips to help someone stand out with online dating?
First of all, be positive. Don't say, I don't want this, and you can't do this and can't do that. The negative does not work. Instead, say what you want, what you're looking for. So be positive. Secondly, you have to be different. Like, you have to, just don't say, oh, I'm 25. What makes you different than someone else? What are your great attributes? And lastly, you got to show personality. Who wants to date a lump, basically?
It's hard to show personality through the typing, but I guess be flowery in your
your language
you
kind of, it can be zippy a little bit.
Yes.
Just have that personality.
I like that.
You like
Thank
that?
you, Dr. Ian. It's always nice to see you. We have some audience members who have online questions for Dr. Ian, so go ahead.
Hi, guys. How you doing? My name is Deborah. I'm 32. I've been a 911 operator for the past 13 years. So that's made me very suspicious of everyone that I meet online or sometimes in person. So how long should I wait if somebody I like contacts me? How long should I wait before I meet them?
Well, first of all, the great thing about Zeus is all of your information is personal. So it's private. They can't get to it. I always say it's not how long. It's not a time issue. It's a comfort issue. So don't just say, well, in 3 months, I'm going to get my number. No. With Zeus particularly, you hide all your information, and then when you meet them, then you decide if you're comfortable enough to give them the information. That's the key. It's not a time issue.
Wow. Do we have another question?
Hey guys, how you doing?
How you doing?
My name is Zoe. So I actually recently decided to start online dating for the first time. And I had a question about my profile picture. Should I get professional photos taken or does that seem a little too desperate?
What an investment.
But you'd be surprised though. I have friends who are online and they go online and they'll say, they see this woman, she looks like she just dropped off the cover of a magazine, and you see them in person, whole different story. Yeah. You're beautiful, by the way. This is what I would say to you. You definitely want to be flattering, but don't go over the top. Because if you get, all this Photoshop and stuff.
Don't get professional pictures.
No, just look good. I mean, dress nicely.
You know what? Take a selfie from up top. Everybody looks good when you take a picture from the top. And skinny, yep. Thank you so much, Dr. Ian, for this great advice. This is Dr. Ian Smith. Make sure you check him out on The Doctors. It airs weekdays. You got to check your local listings. Up next, it's time for Wendy fan feedback. Don't go far. It's time for Wendy fan feedback. Earlier in Hot Topics, we were talking about Kenya Moore and her questioning her co-star Portia Stewart's alleged soon-to-be allegations that Portia's soon-to-be ex-husband Cordell is gay. So here's what some of you all said on my Facebook page. Tracy J writes, Kenya needs to go away. Didn't she question Walter's sexuality last season? Even though she claimed that she wanted him to propose? Sit down somewhere, Kenya. And Anitra L says, Portia was married to Cordell, and now that he doesn't want her anymore, he's conveniently gay. Portia needs to move on, and Kenya needs to stay in her lane and mind her own business. I love your fan feedback. And we'll be right back. I had fun today. Tomorrow, she plays the First Lady of Scandal. Bellamy Young is here tomorrow. Yes, Bellamy. And Shape Magazine is also here, sharing the season's hottest beauty finds. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.